We're going to start just as I am in cobbler's pose. So soles of feet together. And then get your sitting bones back a little. So you come more forward on the front end of them. And then grab a hold of your toes as you lift the spine up and just close your eyes. And then find that natural rhythm of the breath in and out through the nose. And then on your next inhale, take a breath in for a 4-count inhale. And then out for 4. In for 4. And out for 5. In for 4. And out for 6. In for 4. And out for 6. And you might count to yourself if that's helpful. Take a few more rounds. In for 4. Out for 6. One more. Good. And then find just your natural pace in and out through the nose, but retain Ujjayi. And then blink your eyes open. Take an inhale and stretch your arms up. But on your exhale, sit back enough to bring your knees together and come right to Navasana. Lift your low back there, bring your feet down, open knees apart and off to the right as you twist. Take an inhale, and then exhale back to center, Navasana. And then heels down, open the knees, draw them to the left as you twist to the left. And then inhale, Navasana. Now exhale, feet down, knees right, twist to your right. Inhale, Navasana. Feet down, knees left, twist left. So inhale to center, Navasana. Now exhale, knees to the right and twist. Inhale, center, Navasana. Now exhale, knees left and twist. Inhale, center, Navasana. And then exhale, knees right. Bring your left hand to your knee, right hand behind you. And then look over your right shoulder, and you might drop right ear to shoulder. Just pause there. And then look over your left shoulder, come back to center Navasana. Inhale. Feet down, knees left, and then spin to the left. Right hand to left knee as you twist, and maybe drop left ear, left shoulder. And then inhale, gaze over your right shoulder. Come back to your cobbler's pose with your arms up. And exhale, bring your hands back to the toes. Use your elbows to pin the knees down as you fold, and you can walk your hands forward. Breathe into the back body. Walk your hands up. Inhale, lift the chest. And then exhale, close your knees, rock and roll along your spine. You might pause in Navasana there, using the core as your steering wheel. And then get your feet down and come right into a standing forward fold. Feel free to sway a little side to side, any variation of the arms. And release your hands down, soften the knees, roll up to stand. Stretch your arms up, and thumbs to heart. And then we're going to start with some intervals here. I'm just going to spin to face you. So we're going to start with the feet hip width apart. We're going to do 10 of these. All right. So I want you to bend your knees and twist to your left and tap your right hand down. And then come to center, hop in and out, and twist to your right, left hand down. So that's a squat jack. In and out, tap, in and out. So that's 4. Keep going. We're going to do 10. From each side. And then stay low in a squat. And then we're going to hop and squat. So that's 2. Weight in the heels, that's 3. 5 more. Last one, squat low, and then fold forward. Good, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands down and hop to a hover knee tabletop. The knees are hovering, shoulders over wrists. Spread the fingers, roll the inner biceps forward. Keep the knees hovering. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, round. Inhale, cow. And as you come into cat, hips back to downward facing dog. Take a full breath. And then inhale, ripple forward to high plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Take it all the way to your belly. Get your hands a little bit forward of your shoulders. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, cobra pose. Tuck your elbows in, spread and lift the chest. Exhale, lower. Walk your hands forward about an inch. Shoulder heads back. Inhale, bra on the chest, lift the belly. Exhale, lower. Walk your hands another inch forward. And then inhale, lift up for cobra. Find the strength of the legs to float the heart up. And then bring your elbows down, right under your shoulders for Sphinx. And then lift up through the roof of the mouth. Press down through the pubic bone. And then spread your fingers. Keep the forearms parallel. Curl the toes under and come to forearm plank. Drive the navel in and up, knit the front ribs, and then lengthen just from crown of head, forward, back to the heels. And then look down and walk your feet in for dolphin. And push the mat away with your elbows. Spread the shoulder blades apart. And then sit weight back towards your heels and broaden the chest here, even if you need to bend your knees. Draw your chest towards your shins. Soften the neck. And then look forward, just straighten the arms, downward facing dog. Step your feet together, bend your knees, inhale, hop right to Malasana. Exhale. Bring your thumbs to your heart, upright your torso, and then stretch your right arm out, left arm up, inhale. Back to center. Stretch your left arm out to the floor, right arm up, inhale. Back to center. And then inhale to stand. Exhale, bend your knees, right hand down. So we're going to do 20 of these squat jacks. Hop in and out, hop in and out. That's 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 more. 14, 18, 2 more. And then stay low. And then 20 of these. So squat hops. Weight in the heels. Ooh, I feel it already. That's 6, 7, 8, 9. Brace the belly. 10 more. 13, 15, 17, 19. Sit low and then fold forward. Inhale, extend the spine out, strong legs, lift the belly, shoulders back. Plant the hands, hop to your hover knee tabletop. Inhale for cow. And then bring your knees down. Look down, stretch your right leg back, left arm forward. And then zip up your low belly with the upper palate above the mouth. And then bring your left arm back. Keep the right leg hip extended. Knee to chest, left arm forward. Round. Leg back, arm back, inhale. Round, exhale. Leg back, arm back, inhale. Arm forward, knee to nose. Curl in tight. And then arm and leg back. Bend the knee. Grab the ankle if it's accessible. Push your shin back. Squeeze the left shoulder blade to the spine. You can look over to your left as you roll your right shoulder head back. Take a breath in. And then look down, slowly release. Just back to length there. And then hand down, knee down. Second side, left leg back. Right arm forward. Lift the low belly. Keep the leg extended back. Just sweep the right arm back. Inhale. Round. Exhale. Arm forward. Thigh to chest. Inhale. Extend. Exhale. Thigh to chest. Inhale. Extend. Exhale. Curl in. Arm back. Leg back. Bend the knee. Catch the ankle. And then roll that right shoulder back. Maybe gaze to the right. Push back through the shin. Take a full inhale. Look down, come back to your center line. Re-extend slowly. Hand down, knee down. Curl the toes under. Inhale, cow. Exhale, downward dog. Good. Inhale, ripple forward to high plank. Exhale, hinge forward, chaturanga to the belly. And then come to your fingertips off the mat. Inhale, lift the chest up. We push down through the thighs. Lift out through the upper palate of the mouth and broaden the chest. Take another inhale. Try not to clench your glutes. And then exhale, lower down. Plant the hands along the side ribs. Curl your back toes under. Active child's pose. Take your hips back to the heels. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Pause there. Wrap the inner biceps to the top of the mat. And then spin your heels to the right and soften your right knee. And then shorten the right side body as you draw your hips back. So you stretch to the left side body. Keep the left inner palm firm. And gaze to somewhere between your hands. Inhale back to plank. And then spin your heels left and soften your left knee there. So you'll feel your left side body shorten, right side body lengthen. Draw your hips back slightly, but keep the right inner palm firming into the mat. Just breathe into those areas that tend to be overlooked in the side body. Come back to plank pose, inhale. And then look forward, slowly bend the elbows, chaturanga. All the way down. Inhale, shoulders back, lift the chest, stretch the arms out east and west, and then lift the legs up. So activating the back body. Lift the roof of the mouth, draw the shoulders back, and then exhale, lower. Plant the hands, curl the toes. Active child's pose, sit back to the heels. And then inhale, upward facing dog with the toes curled under. Squeeze the biceps to the bone. Spread the chest, shoulder girdle back. Lift up through the heart, all the way up through the crown of the head. And then slow motion, count of 5 to high plank. 5, 4, 3, claw the mat. 2, shoulder heads back. And 1, go back to dog, exhale. And take a full breath. Look to the hands, step your feet together, bend your knees, and then hop to Malasana. Thumbs to heart, and then side bend, left hand down, right arm up. Thumbs to heart, inhale, side bend, right hand down, left arm up. Thumbs to heart, inhale, fold forward, exhale. And then inhale, right hand down, we're gonna do 30 of these. Yay. Hop in and out, that's 1. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, just 20 more. Just do how many you can there. And more. Stay low, you can turn your feet forward. 30 of these squat hops. 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 12, 14, 18, 10 more, 12, 22, 24, 26, 28. Stay in your squat, fold forward. Good morning, legs. Take an inhale there and lengthen. Exhale and fold. Pull the belly and stretch the heart forward. Inhale. Plant the palms. Hop to hover tabletop. Inhale, cow. Keep the knees hovering. Exhale, go back to dog. Ripple forward to plank. Inhale. Look forward, slow chaturanga. Try to pause. And then all the way down. Point the toes back. Lift the chest. Stretch the arms out. Squeeze, retract the shoulder blades. And now lift the legs. Roll the inner thighs up. Take a deep inhale. Plant the palms. Curl the toes. Sit back in active child's pose. And then inhale, upward facing dog. Shoulders back. Slowly take it to plank pose. Protract the shoulder blades, lift the belly, and now spin your heels right. Keep the right palm down. Take your bum back. Gaze forward and breathe into the left side body. Inhale, high plank. Spin heels left, bend your left knee. Cinch and shorten the left side body. Lengthen and breathe into the right. And then look forward, wrap the triceps down. Draw your heart to your thumbs. Deep inhale. Back to plank. Hinge forward, look forward. Slowly bend your elbows. Keep the navel lifting as you lower. And then all the way down. Take the forehead down. Let's clasp the hands behind the back. Shimmy shoulder blades together. Reaffirm thighs, pubic bone, tops, feet down. Inhale. As you keep that, lift the chest. And now lift the legs. Root the knuckles back. Take a full inhale. Plant the palms. Exhale. Lower down. Curl the toes. Forehead to the mat. Inhale, active child's pose. And now upward facing, keep the toes curled under. Feel the whole body alive here. Lift the quads, lift the belly, broaden the chest, and now point your right toes back. Inhale here, exhale, curl and draw thigh to chest. Leg up and back, inhale. And then step right heel to thumb, exhale. Warrior one, spin your left foot out. Draw your right hip back as you lift up through the side ribs. And then take your hands in the humble warrior, fold forward and down. And just drop your head. Push into your feet, inhale, Virabhadrasana A. Exhale, standing splits. Breathe into the back body, right hamstring. And then inhale to warrior three from here. And then exhale, crane pose. And then inhale, take the left knee behind your right, curl the toes under and squat. So it's a curtsy. 9 more of these. Inhale to crane, exhale, curtsy. Keep the chest upright. Inhale, crane, exhale, curtsy. Try to tap that left knee. Inhale, curtsy, exhale. 4 more. 3 more. Weight in the right heel. Last one. Stay in your curtsy. Brace through the belly and then just pulse here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come halfway forward. Bring your left hand down. Stretch your right arm up. And then step the left foot back. Reverse your warrior. Inhale, lift the right heel and breathe into the right side body. And then exhale, take your vinyasa. Once you hit chaturanga, take it all the way down to the belly. Inhale, lift the chest, arms east and west, and then legs up. Retract the shoulder blades, puff up the chest, lift the navel in. Exhale, lower down, curl the toes under. Active child's pose. Look forward, and then keep the toes curled under for upward facing. Shoulder girdle back. Lift up through the roof of the mouth, and then lift the left leg up and point the toes. Little micro bend of the elbows, inhale. Round and pull thigh to chest, exhale. Get lighter on the right toes there. Shoulders away from ears. Leg up and back, inhale. And then step between your hands. Come to Virabhadrasana A. Opposite thumb on top. Take a breath in, puff up the chest. Humble warrior, full breath out. Inhale, push in your feet, stretch your arms up. And then come into standing splits. And soften the left knee as much as you need. Bend your left knee and walk your fingertips forward. Come to warrior 3. And then thumbs to heart. And then to crane, right knee to chest, arms up. Take the knee out, behind, curl the toes, tap, and then crane. Tap, and then crane. Keep hugging your left hip in, that's 3, 4, 5 more, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Stay in your curtsy and just pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come halfway forward. Twist your left, right hand down, and then just step that right foot to the center line. Inhale, reverse. As you side bend right, lift your left heel. Keep tipping to your right. Lift the left heel higher. Full inhale. And exhale, heel down, vinyasa. Downward facing. And then hop through to a seat. And grab your block if you have one this morning. Sit up, just have the block to the side initially. I want you to grab around your shins. Lift your low back. Shoulders plug them back to lift up to the side bodies. And then just lean back enough, grab behind the thighs for a boat. Now, if you want to make it a little more challenging, take the block between your hands, arms overhead. Keep lifting the low back, and then take your arms to the right as you straighten the legs. Rebend, arms up, and then low boat. If you don't have the block, just hands to heart. Inhale, boat. Straighten, tap left, boat, low boat. Up, tap right, straighten, low boat. Up, tap left, and keep going. Lift, twist, center, low. Lift, tap left, center, low. Lift, point the toes, tap right, center, lower, lift, tap left, center, lower. 3 more each side. Two more each side. Last one each side. Stay in your logo. Try to find a hollow body shape. Belly, draw it down, knit the front ribs to the back ribs. Point your toes, lift up to the sides of the heart, broaden the shoulder blades apart. 3, hug and squeeze. 2, inhale up, and then take the block between the feet. Keep the knees bent, lower down, thighs to chest. Nicely done. Oh, everything about this morning is fun, isn't it? All right, take the arms out. We're gonna just keep the torso down and just make little circles clockwise. And try to soften the neck. Notice how you're making circles now on the sacrum. And then make them a little bigger. A little bigger. And then as big as you can. Now lifting the shoulders or the low back. And then just switch directions, so we'll start big. And a little smaller, about medium. And then small circles, teeny tiny. Keep the breath moving. All right, and then legs right over the hips there. Press your palms together, lift the head, chest, hug back to the belly, and just pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open the legs in a V. Take the block to the side. Lift your chest, spread the toes. Reach your fingers to the right foot. Try to lift your right shoulder blade. Reach your fingers to your left foot. Shoulders back. Try to lift through that left shoulder blade. And then inhale to center and just look up. Full breath in. Knees to chest. Feet down. Now take the block again between the thighs. And lift up in the bridge. Heel toe your left foot in and straighten your right leg. So it's a single-legged bridge pose here. Pull the left heel underneath. You can track the hamstring. Bring that foot down. Lift the left leg up. Or left. Heel in line with the knee and the hip. Lift the right hip level with the left. Push back through the shoulders, back ahead. 3, 2, both feet down. Bring your hips down. You can keep the block or not. Let's just find a bridge or full wheel. You want to clasp your hands here. Open up the whole front line. And then hug back through the belly in that same fashion as our core work as you lengthen sitting bones to knees. Take a full inhale. And exhale, lower down. Nicely done. Hug your knees in. And then take your block with you, rock and roll right to a forward fold. And we're gonna do just some tuck hops here. So hands down flat. If you wanna amp it up, block between the thighs, and that's gonna help you from splitting the legs apart to keep your navel strong, finding really the pelvic control. But come to your toes here and get your shoulders over your wrists. Plug them back. Lean the weight forward. Let's just do anywhere from 3 to 5, maybe 10. So as long as it's just mindful, conscious, and take it to your limit, whatever that is today. But hop up, kick your butt. Land light. And when you're done, you can find child's pose. If you're finding air time, hips stay over shoulders. Try to linger. Suspend. If you need a break, forward fold or child's pose. Down dog, all great options. Get your hips back. The block's there, squeeze it. Activate your toes, point, squeeze, hug, lift. And come back to your standing forward fold. Just finish up there. And then inhale, lengthen. Bend your knees, chair pose, stretch your arms up. My block is still between my thighs, that's fine. More weight to the heels, stretch up through the side ribs, hug back through the belly. Just a neutral gaze is fine. But curl the pinky fingers back and hug your arm bones down, sit lower. And then take your hands to the block and just remove it. Bring your thumbs to your heart. I'm just gonna step the left leg back, inhale, reverse warrior. And then exhale, come to warrior two. Bring your elbow to your knee and stretch your left arm up. Flip the palm and find a half bind. And then get your elbow in, maybe inside the foot. Push your left heel, swing your right hip in. And then drop your right ear to your shoulder. Kind of strengthen the legs that we really fired up early in our practice to support you here. And I feel like that's such a huge component, especially in my body where the legs get a little sleepy. And it can be really nice to just turn them on. More early in your practice. Especially if it's first thing in the morning. Take one more full breath there. And then exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior, and straighten your right leg. And then exhale, come up with both arms overhead. Bend the right knee, come halfway forward. Knit the front ribs back. Rotate really the right side body towards the sky. And then step your left foot in. Keep everything open side of mat. Come into hovering half moon. You can bend your elbows here or thumbs to heart. But try to contract the left side body. And take one more full breath. Kind of Gardasana, left knee to chest, left leg over. And then left arm under. Lift the elbow shoulder height. And feel the shoulder blades broaden, getting that nice stretch as you drop your hips down. Take a full breath here. And then exhale, come through warrior three. Take an inhale, knit the front ribs, stretch the pinky fingers out. And then warrior one. Take an inhalation. Exhale, vinyasa, any way through your flow. Right to downward facing. To your hands, step your feet together, and then step or hop feet to hands, top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Rise to stand there, inhale. And fold forward, exhale. So, second set, block between thighs, or just omit the block. Tuck hops. So doing as many as you can within this time interval. Lean the weight towards the fingertips, claw the mat, and then lighter on the toes. Just hop up, kick your butt. And it can be just low, but you want to work on not traveling back as you do that. Keep trying to land as close to your hands as you can. Lead with the sacrum. And see if you can hold that tuck. Squeeze the block, find your belly. Maybe straight up and down. And then coming out slow, like air out of a tire, breathe out. And then inhale the chair. Drop the seat. Thumbs to heart, remove the block. Say thank you for helping me be stronger. And then right leg back, inhale, reverse warrior. I like to talk to my props. And then exhale, side angle. So elbow to knee, stretch your right arm up, flip the palm. So we're going for the shoulder stretch here more than anything. So as you find that half bind, you can stay higher up, but wrap your right shoulder blade back and then drop your left ear to your shoulder. So it's like you're stretching the skin here from earlobe to shoulder head longer and longer, getting taut and more pliable through the tissues. And then just use your breath as medicine. Yeah, that strong foundation of the legs to allow yourself to drop into the experience. Notice what's there. Drop the agenda. Fill the blanks, the silence. Just with more awareness or positive thoughts. More spirit. Take one more full breath. And then reverse warrior, you can straighten the left leg. Full breath in. And then come back just to a neutral spine, both arms overhead. And then come halfway forward. And just stay. Spin open. Front ribs back. Broaden upper back. Step right foot in. Soften left knee. Hover half bend. Roll your right hip open. Spin the big toe down. Lengthen from fingertips to toes. Take a full inhale. Gardasana. Take a right leg over, right arm under. Drop the seat. And then lift your elbow shoulder height. Imagine you're sliding down a wall. So the weight tracks towards that left heel. Get out the toes. Squeeze the thighs. Curl the belly in and up. 3, 2. Keep the arms, warrior 3. Again, straighten the elbows. Get longer from right heel to fingertips. And then warrior 1, just step back. Take an inhale. Vinyasa, take your flow. Any way through. And then bring your knees down. Take rest. Get some water if you need it. And then if you have a strap, I'd love for you to use it. If not, you'll just find a cactus arm. And we're going to come into just toe stand. So sit on your heels with the toes curled under. And I'm sorry for my sniffling. It's my allergies are out of control again in the summer. All right, so arms up. So notice how my grip is a little wider. It's much wider than shoulder width because we're going to go for that whole rotation. So maybe just try it on. Get the grip wide enough so you can circle the arms back and forward. And maybe notice if you tend to get stuck or there's some Velcroing of the tissues in one specific area. For me, it's about here. And that's really where I want you to stay. And then work on a little more puffing up the chest, retracting the shoulder blades, and lifting the heart. This is where all that work we did earlier on in locust really comes into play. And then notice the neck. So feel free to move the head. Breathe into the tissues of the upper traps that run out through the neck, all the way to the skull. And then you can release that, feel the blood rush back. Say thank you, strap. Thank you, body. All right, and then circle, circle, circle. And just do that again. So you might shorten the grip a little. You might shorten it once you're in your Velcro spot. And just spin the fingers around the strap. Get in there more. Puff up, puff up, puff up. Notice I'm not throwing my head back. For this one, I even like to take the strap behind the head, hug your elbows in, take the upper palate of the mouth back, then take the gaze. So there's that sling, so you're not just dropping the head and hyperextending the cervical spine. It's a really nice way to find the ears in line with the shoulders, then extension. So it's not from here. That's where we tend to compress. Nicely done. And then release the strap there. You can pat out the feet or just sit back with taps the feet down, Virasana. Because we're going to come into camel pose from there and use that opening. Just take a moment. All right, so stand on the knees. You can use a block between the thighs if you tend to spread the knees apart. You don't want to be doing that. All right, you want to feel magnetism between the knees, the heels, the calves. Low belly lifts. Your variation, I'm going to use a strap. I'm a big strap fan to lift and curl the heart. Maybe find that sling. The upper palate back, and then let the gaze go. You don't feel any compression in the low back there. Keep hugging in, lifting back a heart up. Soften the throat, the jaw, the third eye. Inhale up. And then exhale. Just sit back on the heels, release your props. Notice the circulation going. And then stand on your knees. We're going to step the right leg forward. Come into Anjane. Arms up there, please. Inhale. And then take your left elbow, just bend it right hand behind your back for a cow face. And you can use your strap here. All right, pull the right heel underneath you. Stretch your left elbow up. So the left forearm becomes, if you use the sling, kind of like that strap sling. Upper palate back, then lift up. If you need more, tap a left foot down and lift the knee. You get more opening through the left hip flexor. Full breath in. Bring your knee down. Come to 90-90. Stretch your arms up and turn your palms out against one another. And then side bend to your left. And inhale up. Thumbs to heart. Twist. Bring your left elbow to your knee. All right, and you can curl the left toes under, step, or just track the knee back. But keep hugging your right hip in. Notice if it juts out. Then you can walk that left arm down the thigh. Take a bind. But lounge your chest back. From here, option, lift the back knee up. And if it's accessible, you might straighten the right leg. Good, slowly rebend the right knee there. And then exhale, bring your left knee down. Release your bind, and then straighten the leg into half splits. If you can bend your elbows and you're close to getting the forearms down without lifting the shoulders up, you're probably good to go deeper in your full splits. Then you can play with that extension. Arms overhead, belly back, and chest broadening. And that's really about the thoracic extension here. Keep plugging the legs towards the pelvis, curling the belly, really looping it back to lift up. And maybe fold if you're in full Hanuman, fold over the leg. And then come back to runner's lunge. I want you to sweep the right leg back. If you're back in extended tabletop. And then just like we did start a class, reach your left arm back. And then knee to nose, left arm forward. Left arm back, inhale, think cow. Knee to nose, arm forward, think cat. Leg back, arm back, inhale. And then bend the knee and grab the foot. Wrap the inner bicep forward. You might just stay. You might flip the grip. Hug your elbow in and then forward. And then push the shin back. Keep tracking the right knee in. Lifting through the thoracic spine. Soften your grip. Inhale. Come back to length. And then exhale, bring your hand and knee down. Sit back to child's. Good. Inhale, just come right into upward facing dog. From there, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to plank. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take a Sanedharinsa, the whole spine. Look to your hands. Inhale, feet to hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Rise to stand. Hold forward, exhale. No agenda. Inhale, lengthen. Vinyasa, step, hop, flow. Take your flow. And then bring your knees down. All right, so setting up for camel. Curl the toes under or taps feet down, taps the feet. And again, the more you retract the shoulder blades, the more you naturally find the puffing of the chest. And then a little lengthening of the tailbone without clenching the butt too much. Just so you feel like you're lifting away from the pelvis there. Keep curling, curling, curling. Maybe hands to heels. Can be the blocks. Maybe long ribs. If you never have used your hands here to physically feel your ribcage curling, that can be a game changer. Lift the thoracic spine. Curl it. Mobilize it. Use your belly to inhale. Stand. And exhale, sit back. Remove your props. Come up to stand on the knees and step your left leg forward. All right, stretch your arms up. And then really hug your belly back, lengthen your tailbone toward your left heel. Take an inhale there, and then left hand behind the back. Lift up through the right elbow, hug in through the left hip. Maybe lean forward or draw your hips more forward and lift your right knee up. Tap a foot down. Then from the waist up, feel that camel curl. Not getting smaller, getting bigger. Knee down, inhale. Hips back, 90-90 the knees, arms up, turn the palms out just against one another, and then side bend your left. Get into the dense tissues to the side of the hip, side body. And then inhale up. Exhale comes the heart. You can track the back knee back more as you twist. Maybe walk your right arm down the knee and open the arms, half or full bind. Option to stay or lift the back knee. Think chest forward, so don't round here. Lengthen, chest forward, hip in, roll open. Then maybe straightening that left leg or stay. One more full breath. Slowly come back to your low lunge. And then Hanuman, straighten the left leg. Inhale, extend the spine out. Shoulders back, exhale, hold. Take about 3 more full breaths. Runner's lunge, take an inhale. Bring your right knee down and stretch your left leg back, exhale. And then right arm back, inhale. Arm forward, knee to nose. Arm back, extend. Arm forward, knee to nose, round. Inhale, extend. And then bend your knee. Reach for the ankle. Push your shin back. Hug your left hip in and gaze over your right shoulder. You might take thumb, index finger around big toe, hug your elbow in, and as you draw it forward, roll your chest to the top of the mat. And you can look left or up. Take a full breath in. Soften your grip. Come back to length. And then hand down, knee down. Sit back to child's. Walk your hands off to the right. Drop your left hip heavy. And then to center, over to the left. Drop your right hip heavy. And then come back to center. Curl your toes under, sit on your heels, and then lift your knees up and just come to toe stand here. So your seat's on the heels. And then drop your heels down. Push your upper arms into the knees. And as you do that, try to lift the chest. So the feet are facing forward, hip width apart roughly. So you can come right to chair from here. And we'll do 50 of our squat jumps and jacks. And I'm just kidding, so smile in your chair pose. Sorry, I couldn't help it. Take an inhale, sit lower. Press to stand, look up, take a breath in, nicely done. Strong legs, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. And then get your hands down, come to your toes, lean the weight to your hands, tap toes to left forearm, right forearm. Maybe tap both toes to each forearm and keep traveling top of mat like that. So the key is really getting hips over shoulders, leaning the weight towards the fingertips, sucking belly in and up. And then fold forward. Separate your feet hip width apart. Take your right arm between your legs and bind around it. Drop your head. And drag your left hip back. And then exhale, look down, left arm between the legs. Grab your right wrist. Roll your chest open to the right. And then release that. Separate your feet hip width apart. Get your shoulders just inside the knees. Take your thumbs around to your ankles. Fingers wrap outer edges of feet. And then drop your head and squeeze knees to shoulders. If it's accessible, you can clasp your hands behind your back. Or Titivasana, get your hands down, sit on your upper arms, point your toes, bum back, broaden your chest. And then maybe to crow, hug in, lift up. If you're in your forward fold, just take an inhalation and lengthen. You can crow from there. We'll take it through our vinyasa. Just when you're ready. Nicely done. Hop through to a seat. All right. Cross your right knee on top of your left. Grab around the ankles, chest back, spine tall. And then left hand down, stretch your right arm overhead. And then drop your left ear to your left shoulder. And just close your eyes. Keep your ear to your shoulder and stretch your right arm just beneath the line of your right shoulder. And then lift up just a little. You'll take your left palm to the left side of your temple to track your skull in line with your spine. And then just like we started class, we'll take the knees to the left. Turn your left hand out and then stand on your shins and find stargazer. So it's like a wild thing here. Good, and then exhale, sit back down. Come back to center and then left knee over the right. Sit up tall and then right hand to your right. Side bend to your right and reach your left arm overhead. And the key here is not to tip forward. I want you to try to anchor that left sitting bone down. Spin your chest towards the ceiling and actively hug your right shoulder in the socket. And then drop your right ear towards the right shoulder. Close your eyes. Just investigate the sensation. And then keep that, extend the left arm just beneath the horizon line of the shoulder. It's like you're getting pulled from that left wrist. Feel the weight of gravity on the skull, just dropping the head to your right. And then keep all that right hand at temple to lift the head up. Let's find stargazer, so you'll spin the left knee out, turn the right hand out, and then lift to the shins, tops of feet. And then exhale and sit. And then just come to your back. So let's go right into our extension practice, heart opening bridge. Let's do 2 sets. Feet flat, knees bent. Inhale, lift up. Again, just notice what's there. If you're feeling anything in the low back, retract the feet forward, internally rotate the thighs. Drop your groin down, hug back through the belly. Soften through the glutes. Just ever so slightly so you're not closing off and compressing through the sacrum. And then one more. Come down if you're still on your first one. And then inhale, lift up. If you're feeling really open, we did the overhead work for Viparita. Forearms down. You'll come like you're setting up into wheels, so the head is down. Forearms are down, press the hands behind the head. And then lift the head up. Face towards the wall, you can see. Get heavy in the elbows. Broad through the upper back. Try to straighten the legs. Maybe gaze down. And if you're coming out, prana head down, plant the hands. Lift the head, and roll all the way back. Take rest in Supta Baddha Konasana for a moment. And then close the knees like a book. Let's come right to shoulder stand. Stay in shoulder stand or take it to Halasana, plow pose. Might be air pressing pose, bend the knees. And then if you're in ear pressing, come back to Halasana. Extend the arms, palms flat, and roll it down slowly. We're going to come into fish pose, so once the heels are over the hips, lower the legs, and then plug the elbows towards the skull to curl the chest up, lift the low back, and come very light on the crown of your head. Stay or lift the legs to 45, arms to 45. And then just let the blood rush back to the throat after closing it off. Good for the thyroid, metabolism. Arms down, legs down. And then lower down all the way. And give yourself whatever last pose. It could even be an inversion. Headstand would be beautiful here. A seated forward fold or a twist. Even in your resting pose in Shavasana, notice if you're holding on in any area of the body, if you're tensing or gripping, especially through the backs of the shoulders. Just let the back of the skull sink into the earth. Let every vertebrae get heavier. The bowl of the pelvis feel open. And equally heavy, and then the branches of the extremities lengthening upon that. Freeing up the neck. Any tension to connect the mind and the body. And open that gateway into the spirit, into the present moment. Feel free to linger and continue to notice the potency of that intimate connection. Or take one big rock up to a seat. Do not disturb that, just as seamless as you can. Sit up tall. And take a big inhalation. Hold it in at the top. And open your mouth. Let it go. Come back to the natural breath. And before we end our practice together, just take a mental snapshot of the space you're holding right here. Bring your hands to your heart. Namaste.